Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's session where we're going to have a look at sending out the verification of identity checks and all other checks associated with Tranche 2. Now that you can see my screen, we're going to come into the InfoTrack platform, come up to All Services, go to People. From here, we have the AML onboarding, including the BOI, and we're going to press this tab. From here, you're going to see a short dashboard of all the jobs that we've done. So all of our other clients that we've sent these checks out for onboarding of Tranche 2. We can also check their status, but we're going to come up to Start New Order. From here, I'm going to be looking at an individual for my onboarding type, and we're going to need to put in our matter reference. Your matter reference is a job reference, so you can identify which job you are doing if you need to chase any clients up. For myself here, you might put my full name in. If I was part of a company, you might put my company name in, same with a trust. For here, we need to come in and put all your clients' details in. I always say to people, try and put as much information as you can find on your client. For someone like myself being a Ben, you might ask your client, hey, is that short for anything? Because we want as much information when we're doing other searches, such as PEPs. Once we get here, we're going to put in their mobile number as well, which I'm going to do, and the email address. I will point out, if you want to put in another client's details, you can press Add Another Client, and we'll keep that under the same matter reference for you. Pressing Continue, what you will see here is we have pre-selected the verification of identity for you, and what we will have a look at here is the BOI type. So this verification of identity, we're just going to be doing a single document. You've got options for 100 points of ID as well, so we'll be looking at something like a driver's license and a passport. 100 points of ID is really good. Again, having two documents to cross-reference, but for the sake of this demo, we're just going to have a look at a single document. Next as well, we have our BOI type. So here we have a liveness check. Imagine that they're doing this from their phone. They'll get a little pop-up of a face, and what that means is they're on their phone, they're going to have to put their face very close within their camera. We'll flash a light to make sure we can see that reflecting off their cheeks, so we can see we've captured your clients live in the flesh. A video recording. They'll take a video on their phone or laptop of a 4-digit PIN, which will last for about a minute. They'll save that PIN, record it, and submit it off. A video call, kind of like a Teams call, and we've got options for an in-person as well, which is people who might not be so tech savvy and they need a bit of a helping hand. No video as well, is just a selfie, upload the documents and continue. Here as well, I'm just an individual, but if I was a secretary, director, power of attorney, or any of these, we can press that as well for your individual that you're doing this for, and we can put in, the company name and so forth there. I'm also going to send out the KYC onboarding form and my PEP sanctions adverse media check, as these are the main things we need to send out for Tranche 2. From here, we come down and press continue. And the biggest part we've got here, you're going to see we need your details, and we are always going to give you the person who's currently logged into InfoTrack, so myself. We will need the phone number of this individual. So when your client sends everything back and we're going to go through and review their documents, we have a 2-factor authentication put in, all for security purposes. So this is making sure that security is at the utmost, and that we're not going to be exposing your clients, passport details, license numbers, things like that as well, for an extended amount of period of time. So it's very nice, short and sweet. So we come in and put their details. We can come and press confirm, and that has been sent out, and your client will be now able to complete this. We will now be having a look at the verification of identity completion and the point of view from your client. What we can see now is an email that has come to myself, and I will be going through here to complete the verification of identity. This has been sent to my email address. I press continue, and what you're going to see now is that we're going to open a new tab, and it's going to say, dear client, thank you for choosing your business's name here, and we're going to be sending them a text for 2-factor authentication. By pressing continue, we'll be taken to this next screen where it will say we're going to send you a verification. I can press send code here, and then from my phone, I'll be able to input this number here. Again, great 2-factor authentication. We are going from the emails to the phone number text. You can see we've got 30 seconds as well to complete this, so we're capturing them live in the flesh. What you will see here is the verification of identity, which we need to start. So I'm going to come through and press start now. From here, we'll be taken to this next page that says, welcome to InfoTrack ID. By pressing continue, we're going to give your clients a little bit of an understanding of how this works. So you can see we're going to take a photo, upload the documents, review and submit. So by coming here and pressing continue, we'll be able to take a photo. And look, we have a lot of clients that do these a month. Majority of people do this from an iPhone. I know we're doing it from a computer as of now, but imagine you're on your phone, you get a little pop-up that allows access to your camera and you can take a selfie. But what I'm going to do here is just upload a selfie that I've got of myself. You would have seen as well, we had a little camera pop up here as well if you're on a laptop. So you can access your camera straight away. I'm just using my selfie from here. You can see I'm pretty happy. My face is in there. It's nice and easy to see. I'm just going to come in and press save and continue. Next we've got here is uploading our ID documents. So as we selected a single document, we only need to choose one. Imagine if we did 100 points of ID, we have a lot more options as well. But I'm going to be looking at an Australian passport. Again, if you're doing this from a phone, we will be able to open our camera and we can scan this in straight away, which makes it a lot easier for clients to complete. If not, if I've got a scanned version of my passport as well, I can upload that through here, which I will be doing now. Straight away, you can see here we've got a glare detect. And look, we have triggered this, but I'm actually quite happy with how this looks. I can read everything quite clearly. You can see we've pulled off the document number, the last name as well, and the given name of the individual. We've got date of birth. And what you're going to see here is that we've actually got the expiry date here. So if I hover over, you can see your passport is older than two years. Please use a current passport. The reason we're showing this to them is that you can use a passport that isn't valid if it's expired within a year or less than 2 years. So that is a way to verify IDs. But again, as we can see, this is expired in 2015. So we actually can't use it. If for whatever reason your client has scanned something and it's come through and put the wrong date, maybe, you can come in and manually override it, which I will do here. So you can see I can come do this if they need to. We don't really have issues like this happening, but they can override it if needed. What I'm going to press is go save and continue. We're going to get hit with a little bit of a loading screen there. And you're going to see we're going to get a please check the details and try again. So what we are doing here is that we're telling your clients what you have put through here does not match what's on the document. And the reason that we're telling them that is because for documents such as passports, driver's license, and anything that shows DVS check next to it, that means we can actually do a review on the government's website and their database, whether that's a passport or if it's a driver's license, and we can check if that's actually valid or not through our software. So what we're saying is when this date here is different to that date, we're probably not going to get a match because what's been put through here won't show up on the government database. But again, I can come in, press save and continue. And what you're going to see here is that we have done that. So I'm going to wait a couple seconds for this to load through. And there we have it. The document has been uploaded and we can go through and continue. Pressing continue, this next page here, we will be asking your clients if their names differ. So you might have someone who is doing 100 points of ID, or if they've been married and it's on their application, if they've changed their name, you can upload that documents here. An example might be you've got Jane Smith. She's been married for 2 years, but her passport was issued 6 years ago and she's got her maiden name of Jane Oliver. Again, you can come and upload that supporting documents, but these names are the same, so I'm going to come in and press continue. From here, your client will have a lucky last check, so they can come through and review all their details. That's all my details there. That's correct. That's my real-time photo. I'm happy with my passport. Yep. I have checked all these details. I've ticked that box, so now I can press continue. The lucky last stage here is submitting this BOI. We have a little declaration that they sign saying, I, on this day, provided these documents. It's saying that's it's all truthful and correct. So I'm just going to sign that document there. Press submit BOI. And that is me done. You can see I have everything completed and I now have no outstanding tasks. So again, that is the point of view for your clients to be completing their verification of identity. What we're going to look at now is the reviewing of the verification of identity. So we have sent this out to our client. They have completed it. It's come back. So now we will be focusing on what you and your team at your firm will be completing to get your clients onboarded into our compliance center. So once your client has completed their verification of identity, what you will be seeing is what I've got up here now. So you're going to see saying, "Dear client, Ben Warren has completed their verification of identity." I can come in and press continue. And now I'll be able to go through and review this client so I can bring them through to our compliance center. So what you will see now is that we're going to get a pop-up, and this is where we had a look in the first part about putting in that phone number for the person who sent this out, because they will be coming in and reviewing it. By pressing send code, what will then happen is I'm going to get a text message. I can put that code in. And again, this is all for two-factor authentication. As you're going to see, once we get through here, we're going to be looking at some document numbers. Again, this is all for security reasons, and you can give your clients confidence that we will be looking at their document numbers, but for probably a very short time period. What you can see now, our technology is analyzing the documents. This can take up to 1 minute. So we're checking to make sure everything's correct. There's no errors or any issues of what's been uploaded, and we will be able to flag that for you if there is anything. I will give this a couple minutes just to load, and we can go from there. Now that we have loaded through, what we will be seeing on screen is what we've got back from our clients. So you're going to see now we've got the client details. We can see now as well we've got their real-time selfie, and what we've got here is the passport that they've selected. The first thing you're going to see is we've got a face match fail. We've also got a data match fail, and you can see as well we've got a potential document tampering. So what we're going to go through here now is have a look at some of these errors. What we all could tell as well is that selfie that I took, and this photo here is obviously not me. This is hence why we have a face match fail. One thing I will just point out of a face match fail, sometimes you might have this click over is say, my photo there, I've got a clean haircut and I don't have much of a beard. But if we all came back in a year and I haven't shaved, my beard, I've grown it out, I've got a big buffy hairstyle now. Times like that, you might see face match fails change because it's a dramatic change to someone's appearance. So if that does happen for you, you can come in and manually verify, and you might go, look, I've met Ben. I know him before he grew out his hair and his beard, and we can come in and manually verify that. This next part here is we've got a data match fail. So what we can see here is that the date of expiry that we've input here does not match what's on the document. So when we have come in and actually checked this against the government database, it hasn't come back saying that the document provided is a match because this date is different. If it is correct, we won't have this triggered whatsoever. But again, for whatever reason, if something goes wrong, you can come in and manually verify that there. I will come down and press done. What we'll see here now is I can review everything as well. So I've got everything through here. We can have a look as well at this potential document tampering, and you can see as well we've got some of these risks and what it means if they're low risk, medium risk as well. But I'm just going to press close there. We've verified everything. You're not happy with what they've submitted, you can always get a resubmission as well. But I'm pretty happy here, so I'm going to come in and press continue. What we've got here is a little declaration from someone within the firm, like the client. I've come in on this date and reviewed the passport of this person. I can come in and sign that, press submit VOI, and that's me done. From here, you can download the verification of identity document. You can go to your VOI dashboard, or if you press Compliance Center, what you can do from here is we will take you directly in, and you can see there, we've got my verification of identity check and all the other checks here ready to go. And we can now go through and complete the remaining tasks for tranche 2 to get myself onboarded.